Sarah and Nathaniel.
We did it. We actually did it.
I think you must be happy now.
This is what you wanted to see, wasn't it? Welcome to the future, you say? Are they real? Now, is that a polite way to greet old friends? I mean, we haven't seen each other in what? How many years?
It's been all of 390 years. I guess you guys have been busy, huh?
Please come by my headquarters when you get a chance. You're guests of the Academy. Alyssa?
Later!
Where do we find the Academy head office?
It's probably the most impressive-looking building. What about that one?
After all's said and done, you handled the proto-fal'C pretty well. What did you do to it, anyway?
I sort of have an idea of what happened, but I can't really explain it. It was more of a hunch, really.
A hunch. Well, we won, and that's what matters, I guess.
All clear.
That place looks fun. I want that.
Does that store really have live puppies? Hey, look at that! Over here!
Great!
Hope told us that he invented a machine called a time capsule. That's how they got here. Back in 13 AF, Hope devised a plan to build an artificial fal'C. It was called the Proto-fal'C Project. He wanted to use the new technology to re-levitate Cocoon. But then one day, Hope saw a certain prophecy in the Oracle Drive.
So I activated the Oracle Drive and watched the prophecy. I saw you fighting the proto-fal'C, and I saw you screaming out at me. Your machines are driving me nuts!
Well, I was getting pretty ticked off by that point.
Well, exactly. So we were forced to reevaluate the project, and eventually abandon it. Okay, you saw Sarah getting mad at you, so you canceled your project, and then poof, the proto-fal'C disappeared. Is that about right? We didn't destroy it so much as it never existed in the first place. We were following the wrong path to the future. If the Proto-Fal'Cie had managed to get control of Cocoon, it would have made itself the second Eden, and we'd be back where we began.
Yeah. It would have been just like how it was on the old Cocoon.
We realized we couldn't let that happen. We had to levitate Cocoon using only human technology.
Right. Not to mention that if you had kept with the original plan, your machines would have killed you. Really? Then we owe you our lives. Thank you.
Funny, you lose your temper and the whole future changes. So, I bet you're dying to know how we came to the future, huh?
Kinda.
You've heard about the time capsule we used? It's a device that slows down time only for its occupants. The effect is caused by the creation of a powerful gravitational field and, well, essentially we just slept as the outside world flashed forward into the future.
This capsule of yours can't take you back, can it?
Unfortunately not. And considering it broke down after a single use, I doubt it'll prove to be a popular method of time travel.
You risked your own life for the sake of Cocoon.
Oh, the director was there with me. Hey, Sarah. After coming to the future myself, I think I understand how you must feel. The Academy has welcomed us with open arms, and we can research as we always have. But sometimes I get these terrible anxiety attacks.
Alyssa,
Please, Sarah, you have to let me apologize for the way I treated you in the past. Maybe you can't forgive me for that, but I hope as fellow time travelers, we can face the future on friendly terms. The Academy has made progress on its investigation into the 13th Arc. At this stage, there is good news and there is bad news.
Let's hear the good news first.
We've discovered that the Ark's reactor is powered by an ore cluster, known as the Graviton Core. By collecting these, there's a possibility that the new Cocoon will be up in the sky in no time.
that is good news.
Yeah, okay. So now you gotta hit us with the bad news. Each ore cluster provides only a certain amount of power. The 13th Arc, for example, requires a single graviton core. We're going to need multiple cores that we can't seem to find. Need a hand with the search?
If there's one thing we're good at, it's looking for weird objects.
We could use the help. With you two on the case, we'll have those cores in no time.
I'll put together some data on graviton cores. Check in with the Academy front desk. I can't believe it! You found a graviton core! If you don't mind, I'll just take a sliver for my research. Wow! This must have been tough to find. We'll be putting it to good use, though. Oh, thanks to you two, we almost have all the cores we need. Did I tell you? The director is inventing a new device.
The Academy has been making progress on the development of a paradox weapon. A very powerful weapon that feeds on time-distorting energies. Using a paradox against itself, huh? Exactly. There's a possibility we may come up against the man who appears in the Oracle Drive recordings. The war has already begun, and we're fighting to protect the future itself. A battle to the end against Caius.
But, Director, didn't you say you were missing a certain material?
A chaos crystal. It's a solidified chunk of paradox energy, but according to the data, it doesn't exist in this time period.
Well, hey, you've still got us.
And we've got the Historia Crux. I knew I could count on you. Once you've found the crystal, I can build you a prototype.
You've brought us another cluster? Thank you so much. I mean it.
Sarah, did you really do it?
We had. We had collected all the ore clusters Hope needed to levitate his new cocoon. I don't think I'd ever seen Hope look so happy and excited. But this was just the beginning. It would take a century to complete the new cocoon. And if the old cocoon were to fall before it could be finished, well...
I know we can do it.
He's right, you know. Have you seen that broken gate in the town? Well, it's all fixed and working normally.
We collected the ore crystals, so the future has changed, Kupo.
Yes, I think so. And look what I found. It was lying next to the gate.
We have to hurry. Are we gonna make it?
Better!
Director,
What's going on? Don't move!
you're under arrest.
Yeah, give that back!
Did I hear someone call for a hero? I think I did.
No!
Thank you. Give it up, sweetheart. We're on to you. We know everything. Like the fact that this artifact is booby-trapped. We also know that someone gave this to you. Someone like Caius.
So what if he did?
Snow, how did you...
Oh? Caius is on the move and up to no good. The past and the future are looking pretty bleak. Give me a hand, Sarah.
You can't just drop a bomb like that and take off. You always do what you want, even if it means leaving people behind. You haven't changed at all.
Okay, sorry. But at least I'm consistent, right?
Snow gave us some valuable information. Alyssa was working with Caius of all people. If we had tried to use the artifact, Noel and I would have fallen right into some kind of trap. Caius was the one that was trying to change the events of the past. Snow's constantly on the move. There are Caiuses in the past, present, and future, and they all have to be stopped.
That Caius, I think he's serious. He means business. I try to fix the past and he just changes it back to how he wants it again. Like nothing ever happened.
Where's Lightning in all of this?
She's on the job with Saz and Dodge.
What can I do?
Stay alive. Listen, I hate to be the one to tell you this, but you're going to be assassinated exactly 3 days from now.
What?
Me?
Without you, we might as well forget about having any kind of future. Without hope, we're done for. So it's important that you do everything in your power to protect yourself.
Right.
Noel, you're on guard duty.
And what are you gonna do?
I'm going to the future to greet Caius with my fist. But before all the fun happens, I got 13 different eras to visit. There are a bunch of crystals with my name on them.
13 different eras. Not one to sit still, huh?
Sarah, come with me, okay?
Okay.
How come you guys get to do all the fun stuff?
I'll fill you in on what you missed when we get back. Just stay safe and stay alive.
Yeah.
There's no stopping you, is there? Go on then.
We're going there on this!
Come on, you'll love it!
And this is how I set off on an exciting and scary adventure with my hero, Snow. No one can predict how our time-traveling journey will come to an end. But the past, present, and future are all connected. And until time stands still, the future will always bring us a new adventure.
Augusta Tower.
Wanted us to come here.
The gates link places and eras that are connected somehow. Do you remember the forbidden history? The one Caius was talking about? I'll bet we'll find some clues here.
200 years ago, you learned the forbidden history, and were entombed in that tower as a consequence.
Could this be the tower?
First off, we need to find out exactly where we are.
Paradox effect detected.
Let me guess. We just got locked in this room.
Let's check the computer.
Paradox effect. Paradox. Thank you for welcome to the account. The Proto-Fal'C project was begun in 13AF under the direction of the Academy. The objective was to develop an artificial Fal'C in order to re-levitate Cocoon. The project was proposed and designed by Alyssa Zidell and directed by Hope Estar.
Do you realize what this means? The Academia Fal'C must have been built by Hope.
He needed the power to float Cocoon.
Vanille and Fang. He did it all for them.
But then Caius took control of the artificial Fal'C. And now we need to find out why.
Outer perimeter now accessible.
We're free to leave the room now, right?
Can I ask you a stupid question? Is it just me, or can you see all these people around us?
Thank you. Welcome to the... This is the data Paradox is... Thank you. Welcome to... Welcome. You have access to the Academy DataNet.
Was that us? From before? This machine can show different eras.
He might have been watching us from here the whole time.
Do you mean Caius?
If that's who he really was, the Caius we met in Academia seemed different to me. I don't think he was the real Caius.
How could you tell?
We used to spend a lot of time together. We were both guardians. Warriors who were charged with protecting the Cirrus, although I was young back then, just starting out. Anyway, he took off, left me and Yule on our own. I couldn't protect her, not by myself. Then, when it was just me left, a portal appeared. I went through it, and next thing I knew, I was in Valhalla.
You met them there, didn't you? My sister, and Caius.
I don't know why I keep running into him wherever I go. But I do know he wouldn't sacrifice the Cirrus. It's not in him. There's no way he'd allow Yule to come to harm.
Well, we've got to find him. Yule brought us here, and we have to help.
Yeah. Not again. It's so
frustrating.
What's wrong?
Missing some of my memories. I'm trying to think about what happened after Caius left us, but I can't remember how Yule died. But I remember her face. I remember it like it was yesterday.
All areas now accessible.
That was Caius, right?
So he is here. But is he the real Caius? There he is. Now we grab him and find out if he's the real deal.
We have to be careful. This could be a trap.
There must be some way we can get across.
Why don't we just...
The circuits are tangled with another age, Kupo.
It's being jammed by a paradox.
Maybe we can fix it with a key from another time.
Kupo!
Just a sec. If a key from another time is all we need, don't we... That's more like it.
Now we can explore the other floors. Hey, that girl. Isn't that Alyssa? What's she doing in this time period?
She does look like Alyssa, but it can't be her. Let's find out for sure.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. She doesn't know who we are. I guess she's not Alyssa after all. Alyssa?
We used to know a girl who looked like you. But that was a long time ago now.
My apologies. I must recalibrate my previous greeting. It appears that you are acquainted with the original.
Original?
I am a duplicate of the Alyssa Zidell entity. My design is based on her biophysical data.
How'd she...
She's a machine!
A fabricated life form. Or a living machine. The semantics are irrelevant.
Are all the people who work here the same as you, Alyssa?
Yes, everyone is a duplicate, an artificial life form.
Alyssa, you haven't had any other visitors recently, have you? Like someone called Caius, for example.
The Caius entity came through recently, accompanied by a green-eyed girl. They were proceeding to the top of the tower.
Yule as well? Why is she here?
No, do you think Yule came here to tell us some kind of secret? Maybe the forbidden history that's supposedly locked up in this tower.
Trying to look on the bright side, are you? Still, you might just be right. If it means protecting the true timeline, the Cirrus is bound to help us.
If anyone knows the secrets of this tower, it'll be Caius. If it means resolving the paradox, we have to talk to him.
We make the first move. Sounds good to me. Let's get our future back.
Alyssa, will you take us to the top floor?
Of course. This way.
If a person is created artificially, do they still have a spirit?
They say spirit is a gift from the goddess, given to humans and humans only. We're studying contradictions, with the freedom to make mistakes and the will to start over.
And we owe all that to our spirit?
This way, please.
What's happening?
Is this a paradox?
Go see what's happening. What is this? No.
Is that it? What the hell was that?
This was an effect of the paradox. You just witnessed an event that took place on this spot 187 years ago.
Wait a minute. So, you're saying the real Hope and Alyssa were murdered?
Yes, after the tower was completed. During the Proto-Fal'C development project, the artificial intelligence and humans came into conflict.
The artificial intelligence killed them? Because they were in the way?
I'm afraid so.
On to the next. Hope and the others were killed in this tower. And then, after they were dead, the AI took control of the Academy.
A broken Fal'C was created by a broken artificial intelligence. Humans were betrayed, and then they were wiped out.
And the duplicates were mechanical puppets that were built to hide what happened.
Good boy.
Did it.
You two have seen it now. You've seen the forbidden history. People who know too much have to be buried.
It stopped moving.
Looks like they closed the door on us.
Coco.
Well, now we've seen the forbidden history. Does that mean we're stuck here for good?
200 years ago, you learned the forbidden history, and were entombed in that tower as a consequence. But now you stand before me alive and well once again. What can that be if not a paradox?
Do you remember what Kaya said? In his memory, the next thing that happens is... we die.
That's why he acted the way he did. As far as he was concerned, we were supposed to be dead. He saw us 200 years later, assumed it was a paradox, and tried to get rid of us.
But there's a way out. If we can survive now instead of dying, that will automatically change history. We can save the future.
Agreed. Alyssa and Hope's fate are in our hands. It's not over yet. Not by a long shot. This is more than just an elevator malfunction. We've been sucked into the paradox.
Uh-huh. There's something strange going on with the system.
This is great. The artificial intelligence that killed Hope and his team now seems hell-bent on killing us.
So you don't think the Proto-Fal'Cie and the other AI are being controlled by Caius?
No, I don't. Someone else is pulling the strings.
I bet the mastermind is a fake Caius. The man we met in academia is really a duplicate, like Alyssa.
Nice theory. The only snag is if duplicates actually act under their own wills or not. There could still be someone else behind all of this. We're almost at the top floor. I bet. We're getting close. Let's take it down!
We can do it. For Hope, for Alyssa, for academia. Of the system. I know it's a machine, but it seems like it's almost breathing.
If what Alyssa was telling us is true, Yule and Caius should be up here as well.
But are they with us? Or against us?
Yule, are you on your own?
Poo-poo. I brought you this.
Why? What should we do with it?
You must protect the timeline. I saw you in Erba. I trust you. I believe in you.
We're in the same time as when we met in Erba. So you're the same Yule?
Yes.
But who are you? Who are the Farseers?
I am the Cirrus of the oldest tribe on Pulse. My visions of the future are recorded and stored in the Oracle Drive. But that is long in the past. There is no more need to record the prophecies. I have Caius now.
What do you mean?
He is tasked with protecting the Cirrus and remembering her visions. Now and forever, he will remember the entire timeline. Caius. He is beyond death.
What? You mean he can't die ever?
The Cirrus possesses the eyes of Etro, and inside Caius beats the heart of chaos. The goddess has gifted him the curse of eternity. He is a guardian, and his mission is to protect the Cirrus. The power to see the future is a terrible weapon. It can turn history into chaos.
But then, I don't understand. Why are you helping us? I mean, you do know we're trying to change history, right?
History has already been broken. The timeline had been twisted before I met you. The distortion leads to a future of death and destruction. If you change the future, you can change the past and correct the distortions. The miracle that saved Cocoon has already been altered. Someone who was meant to survive did not come home.
Someone who was meant to survive. You mean my sister? You do, don't you? You're saying that lightning shouldn't have disappeared that day.
It was because the future was changed.
So if we keep traveling through the gates and resolve all the paradoxes that are happening...
Yeah.
If you change the future again, the true past will be restored. The past that you still remember, Sarah. Together, the two of you can correct the timeline.
Did you hear that, Noel? We've been doing the right thing all along.
Yes. Can you tell us something else? Someone has been laying traps for us inside this tower. Do you know who's behind it?
Your enemy. It is here inside the tower. It has generated the contradictions that threaten you. The machine is sentient.
A machine? So the Caius who we met earlier in academia, he was...
An imitation created by the machine.
And what about the other Caius? The one we saw in the tower?
He is real. He brought me here. And when we are finished, he will take me away.
Let's go.
Yes, go. And please, let me see a new future.
We'll do it.
Good. Everyone is smiling. This is the future I wanted to see.
I shall remember your pain. It will be carved in my heart, together with the memories of every other Yule, cursed to die this way.
I'm worried about Yule.
Yeah. But... if we're going to fight, we can't afford to have doubts. She's hoping for a better future and believes we can make it. Look! The fake Caius was sent out from this place.
But where's the enemy that Yule warned us about?
Proto-Fal'Cie. So this is what Yule meant by sentient machine.
This thing has been behind everything. It's the one who turned the people into Seek, and it's the one who's been trying to kill us in the tower. Try this. Ridiculous!
Proto-Fal'C reconstructs itself over and over, reaching back from the future to manipulate reality. After an exhausting battle in a virtual arena, Sarah and Noel finally neutralize the seemingly invincible construct. The paradox is resolved, and the artificial space-time created by the AI appears to dissolve. But from amid the ensuing stillness, a cold gaze falls upon the victors.
Subject Alpha and Subject Beta Development Program. In the virtual space environment, subjects exhibited high levels of combat effectiveness. Noel, Kreis, and Sarah Farron were provided with arbitrary goals. Subjects' biometric telemetry was released into pre-configured virtual space. For the next phase, the memories of the two subjects have been erased. Biometric data has been transferred to duplicate models in order to conduct real-world combat testing. Testing protocols are now being initialized. Mission objective, locate and eradicate monster-type virus currently infecting network environment.
Understood.
I shall obey.
Koopa.
Mission complete. Return to operations.
I wonder if I'll ever be able to find her.
Huh? Sarah?
I remember I'm supposed to find someone important to me. But who?
Yeah, I made a promise too. I'm supposed to protect a friend.
Repeat.
Huh?
Subject Alpha and Subject Beta return to operations. The test protocol results are positive. Subject Alpha and Subject Beta completed the mission within expected parameters. The Eden Restoration Project is proceeding according to calculations. However, the possibility of citizen resistance remains. In such cases, Subject Alpha and Subject Beta may be deployed under direction of order preservation protocols. Supplemental note, subjects exhibited temporary memory flux. A distortion occurred within their core mental architecture. The effects of this distortion closely resembled those of a paradox effect. Neural telemetry indicates that elements of chaos from the unseen realm were introduced. Within the subject's mindscape, this caused an anomaly referred to by humans as spirit or heart. Questions for research. Does the human spirit exist? Does a paradox effect lie in the heart of all humans?
And memory. Grand Pulse.
Looks like an Oracle drive.
Yeah.
Stop.
Sarah!
Lightning. Lightning. Sarah, I'm sorry.
Hey, the apologies can wait. We got a wedding to plan, right? Right? Like, come on. What do you say? Lightning, I swear to you, I will make her happy.
I believe you.
My memories. They're real, aren't they? Can they be? Prophecy. It's been changed.
But that's impossible.
If you change the future, you change the past.
It keeps changing?
Change is the constant.
Caius.
I have seen you. I have seen you both.
You...
What? You mean Asiris?
I am not the you know.
You must understand, there are many Yules.
Caius.
Wait. I saw you. My sister was fighting you.
What are you doing here in this time?
I learned of your journey, leaping back and forth along the timeline. Yule has been watching everything you do.
No. She's been watching us?
Yes. I see you understand the significance of that. Then you must also understand that I am here for a reason. Your actions have necessitated the strictest sanctions. We have been cursed with eternity.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Move over there.
instant Caius was defeated, the effects rippled down the timeline. In the village of Erba, Sarah and Noel see that things are not as they were before. Twisted mockeries of humans sprawl lifeless among the buildings. The scars of war that should have long since faded appear fresh and raw. Is this the world of the past, or is it the reflection of someone's memory? Sarah hears a faint voice calling her and sets off to investigate.
When we came to, we found ourselves in the town of Erba. We were in a world that had been devastated by the War of Transgression, hundreds of years before I was born. All traces of humanity were replaced with monstrous Seath. People had been stripped of their normal lives. Denied even a human death, they wandered the ruins of their home. I thought I heard a faint whisper, a familiar voice. Could it be the voice of someone who lived here long ago? The voice of someone begging to be heard?
The war against Cocoon, it was inevitable. The army of Grand Pulse was annihilated by the overwhelming power of the fal'Cie. Countless lives were lost. But I didn't fight. I couldn't. Not even to protect my friends, the people I love. To hate, to hurt, to destroy, I refused to accept my focus. I was sad. I was scared. That's why I decided to run. I left Fang to deal with everything. We vowed to protect each other, and I broke that promise. I'm the reason. I'm the reason Fang was forced to carry the burden of the monster, of Ragnarok. Because I was weak. Because I abandoned her. Fang, where are you? I have to make up for what I did. Or else...
Vanille? Is that you?
So the voice you heard before?
It belonged to Vanille, Kubo.
Vanille, listen. I know what it's like. You're trapped in crystal, but your soul is still alive. You're sleeping, but your thoughts are still awake. I know, because I experienced that too. I can feel your pain. I can feel your sorrow, your grief, and your remorse. I know there's someone you want to apologize to. Can you give us some time? I promise we'll find Fang and bring her here, so you can tell her how you feel.
Thank you. I know that one day we'll be released again. Only then can we ask for forgiveness. That is the fate time has in store for us. But fate also brought you here to this place, to hear my plea. All roads are connected, somehow. And they all lead to a time of salvation, when imprisoned souls will be freed. They all lead to the end of the world, and a new beginning.